introduce the next participant, which is Dr. Karen Landmark. Karen is chairman of the board of Greenstat Asia, and she is also director for business development in Greenstat in Norway. A green energy company that is specializing in green hydrogen. Karen holds a PhD in sustainability and transition and has been worked for many years, actually 2 decades, with sustainability. And she has a background from international organizations and the UN system. And she had worked particularly with how big transition happens and what needs to be in place in society to succeed in transition. So please, Karen, enlighten us.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to digitally meet you all. It's already been stated a lot of good points from both Ravneet and Anurag, and I'll try not to repeat, but it's still such a good sign that we do agree on so many things at this point. And I must also say what an inspiring day it has been. It's a true pleasure for us to be here and to listen to the ambitions from the Indian government and from R&D and from the industry of India. So I'll make a few points to start with, and I think I'll start with a really overarching point, and that is to remind us that cooperation is the main reason for the success of Homo sapiens on this planet. And I think that's something to keep in mind now in a time that has been referred to as a defining decade for humanity. The second point is that the complexities of the global challenges represented by the climate and the nature crisis, as we know that all crises are interlinked, calls for new and more advanced ways of cooperating. And both the previous speakers has been touching into that. Because the green shift is a massive transition of our human societies, and it will affect how we live, where we live, how and what we eat even, how we interact, and how we do business. And I think that this complexity in time, and also from a business point of view, this also a big opportunity for business to take on another role and a broader societal role. It is my belief that we need to take society as a whole into consideration when we're dealing with energy transition and when building a new industry like that of green hydrogen. Because there will be a need for systemic changes, as we heard, in regulations, in standards, incentives, and also even in our institutions. So we'll have to parallelly strengthen the educational system. We have to share capacities, technology, and ideas and thinking. So I think a collaboration to enable such in India and in the rest of the world entails cooperation that moves beyond politics. And what I mean by that is that we need a longer term perspective. Education, business development, with the necessary changes that need to happen on a governmental level. In a time become harder, and this is kind of maybe a paradox that we need to deal with, I think, in a very transparent and honest way. To be able to compete, we need a common base, and this common base can be in Greenstat, we use what we refer to as a triple helix approach to succeed with developing green hydrogen projects, where we work with R&D institution, bilateral communication and cooperation, and business development. And this, I would say, also is the fundament of the Center of Excellence that we heard a little bit about today in the main session, that we have set together and governmental actors. This approach, we believe, allows us to offer services throughout the whole value chain of green hydrogen, and as such, assisting the twin goal that we also heard talked about today, energy security and decarbonization. So I think I'll stop there as well now, and then I'll come back.
Thank you very much, Karen. That was very nice to get things perspective from your side and from Quinsat side. So I will go on and introduce